Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News. I'm your host, Ellie, and this is the lifestyle and weather and lifestyle news show. And we welcome you. And if you're new, we definitely welcome you. And put comments below, and we'll throw you on our show. Always comments, questions, we'll answer them. And we got World War III report coming up next, and it sounds pretty good. I got to listening to William for a little bit, and I thought, this is going to be good. So, uh, allergies, oh my goodness, and it's hot here. And we have got bad weather. Miss Davis. Miss Davis? I don't know. Um, em- I'm trying to think of a Davis that I know. Yeah, I'm bad with names, William. Davis. I don't know. I know there's a star named Davis, but I can't think of the one. I keep thinking Doris Day, and I know, boy, I'm old. Doris Day, really? What about Sally Field and the Flying Nun? I only remember bits and pieces of their shows. But Davis, Miss Davis. No, I don't know. I must have said something there. Maybe it was a spam. What do you think about spam? I don't know. I think everybody's going to take this the wrong way. And the weather, frightful. They say I've got thunder and lightning and hail and tornadoes and whatever else can plague me heading my way. I was like, yeah, no, no. We'll see. We'll see. But that's what the weather lady says. And get this. We had an earthquake in New Madrid fault line. 2.6 is small, but isn't that odd? With everything going on in California and Alaska and Japan. Um, Now New Madrid decides to sound off. Sounds scary. All right, let's go to the weather.
Well, moisture working its way up from the Gulf is colliding with a cold front, and that is
Hey,
going to
she's
keep
back.
thunderstorms in the forecast for the
Miss
next
Davis,
several
that's
days.
who
And
you're
where we're
talking
going to see
about.
that threat of storms is back through the Rockies, across the plains, and into the Midwest. So from Denver to Chicago today, here's where we'll have the storms play out throughout the day. So you see in that area that's outlined in orange, that's where the storms will form this morning, this afternoon, and this evening. Now, on Thursday, we'll continue to see that threat of severe weather, and we'll likely see that mainly from the Rockies back through the northern and even into the central plains. And Friday, well, the threat continues as well. Now, the biggest culprit we've been seeing with these storms is the heavy rain. Yes, hail, wind, the possibility of tornadoes, but take a look at the rain that is expected through
Oops.
Friday.
I guess she was done. That's who you were talking about, Miss Davis. Yeah, how did you know she was back? I didn't even know she was back. I don't know why they keep changing things up over on my Weather Channel thing because I like her. It's the only reason why I kept going back is because I like her, And then they took her away and gave me Ari, and I still crack up over his hair. Uh, I don't know, just me. I guess it's the generation I was in. What do they call that generation? Old, William? I, I don't know. I call it generation. We're really old. No, we're the 70s. We were the hipsters. Just past the hippies, and right before the 80s when they did the punk rocker thing. We were the cool generation. Bell bottoms, all the great music that the kids automatically think it's new. That's the one that cracks me up. They're like, "Have you heard Stairway to Heaven?" Yeah. By who though? And they tell me, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, it's new. No, it's like 40, 50 years old. No, it's new on the radio today. You get that? You guys, Karen, do you get that with when you're out and about? I mean, I'm trying to figure out how these kids think all of the great songs. I mean, even Rolling Stones stuff. Oh, did you hear it's new? No, that's not new. I listened to it on a 45 in the 70s. Yeah, and then they don't know what a 45 is. And we'd really screw them up with 78. Now, did they know that there was 78s out there? What about playing it backwards? Let's really screw with their heads. Yeah, let's tell them that. Let's tell them the record player talks to them if they play it backwards. You think they'll fall for it? Well, if they think Stairway to Heaven's new, they'll fall for the whole playing it backwards. I'm tempted to run that by my grandkids, see if they know about it yet. My granddaughter's smart though. She'll the little one. The other two, I don't know. They might fall for it. So yeah. Well, Susan's not even in. I was going to ask Susan if they fall for it. All right, so let's get past the weather and on to earthquakes. Karen, did you see? This is kind of weird. Everything got quiet. I had 20 earthquakes when I pulled up everything. Now it's 22. Um, and the New Madron, it was very shallow. I mean, I think they could have felt this. I bet that freaked out a bunch of them. I'm kind of a little bit freaked out because, we have all of the ones in California. We have South America ringing out, Japan. What about Tonga and Fiji? All of the big ones that tend to set off the earthquake for the New Madron are all rumbling. It's like all the volcanoes are rumbling. So this was weird. This is definitely an odd one. So, and I mentioned over by Fiji, Lavuka, 4.7 and 4.8. So, and I was looking for fives and sixes today. Well, Indonesia had a 5.1, and then everything else is quiet. We had one up around Iceland. That was a 4.5 though. So they've kind of went down. And then I seen okay, Japan with a 4.6 and another one for 4.2, and I thought maybe they lowered them and doing the averages, and no, they didn't really. Um, Everything is about what it's read out um, on their data sheets. And then we had a 4.8 in the Mid Atlantic Ridge. So we really on the Mid Atlantic Ridge in between Iceland and the one on the bottom, they had two of them on there, which is odd. Uh, Now, Alaska, very quiet. Southern Alaska, 2.9. I love that. Uh, so, hey, Southeastern. Did their stuff shut down and they're just guessing today? Is what I started thinking. I was like, huh. So then I hit and I said, what about, Western Texas? I think their stuff shut down, Karen. I think they're guessing because not very many, which is weird. No, no, nothing above fives. And then we get Mid Atlantic Ridge. We get, somewhere around there. They have the New Madrid right, though. I'm expecting Salta, Argentina. I almost thought it was going to be somewhere. Okay, no, but then I had to crack up because guess what? Sums Bar came up after I looked at it, and I was like, yeah, somewhere, yeah, Sums Bar. Is that someone's bar? I don't know. Karen, this is all weird today. Well, I guess it would help if I let you guys see the the map. I'm tired today. The heat got me last night. All right, so Sums Bar. Well, you can't really see it. I wish I could, make this a little bit bigger for you guys. I probably could. But so what's next to Sums Bar? I was thinking maybe it was um, someone else's bar. No, I'm teasing. It's Almanor, California, 3.5. And then we had Minna, Nevada. And we haven't had one there in a while. So but for the most part, to me, it seemed like, or is their systems broke down? Did they have a glitch or something? I bet we're going to have a bunch of them tomorrow. Because Karen, this isn't right. I mean, when they were like, somewhere and somewhere around Texas in the western edge, we have an earthquake. Yeah. Okay. So there was only, like I said, 20 of them, and I thought that was really odd, just as many as we had yesterday. And then it went down to 20, and then I started looking, and I was like, something's up here. I think they had a glitch. All right. So I'm saying it's a wash for earthquakes today. Yesterday was really good, and the day before, and when we had the sixes, but they just don't go away. Earthquakes never go away. They just go down the road and down to the next crack. So, all right, uh, digging holes might end up being illegal on the beaches. They're having people dig holes, and they kind of sort of put stuff back in it, and people are walking into these deep holes. Some people want to dig 8, 9, 10 feet holes and just walk away and leave it, and people are walking onto them. Now, see, the thing about it is when I looked into this a little further, and I thought, well, if they put the sand back in it, they're not going to fall into a hole. Well, what they're doing is they're smoothing out the sand so people can't see it at night, and these people are just walking off into these holes, and people are digging them 10 feet, and people are getting hurt. So they said digging huge holes might be fun, but it's leaving them open is illegal. You can't, people don't do this. It's, what it sounds like is spring breakers. Yeah, let's dig a hole. Let's make it look like it's flush. Let's take Marty out on the beach at night, and let's walk him by that hole. Let's see if he's drunk and falls in. I bet you it's a prank. And now that spring breaks over, the other people are seeing them do it, like the teens. I told you the USGA's ain't telling us anything. Well, Karen, um, I I would not quite agree with that. Um, I'm thinking they got a glitch, or did someone hack them? Are they going to blame Dutch Sense for their stuff not working today? Um, I don't know. Something's up. So, and I looked around on the news to see if they had a glitch, they had a breach, they had a anything, and nothing came up. But like you said, they're not telling us everything. And I think if they did have a glitch, they wouldn't say anything anyway. So we'll see what tomorrow says. I don't know. Maybe the government's shutting them down. We don't know. We just who knows what the government is going to shut down or silence. So all right. So here's here we go. We're digging huge holes. No nos.
These holes, if left open, pose a significant danger to our rescuers trying to enter the beach, and this hole is just partially covered with water. But it also poses a threat to us if we're trying to drive our ATVs on the beach, especially at night.
See how deep that hole is? Um, who dug that? Heck, that would take me 2 days to dig something like that out, unless you had a bulldozer. Boy, but no, we can't be having people do that. People are getting hurt. This was a North Carolina beaches, and that's where the brunt of the spring breakers went. And are also now not only that, but North Carolina and South Carolina's got a serious issue with riptides. So yeah, if the riptides don't get them, the sinkholes will get them. If not, the teenagers will run them over. Yeah. Uh, um, a giant. They call it a bioluminescent, bioluminescent jellyfish that sits on a camera in the darkness. And this is something they haven't seen quite often. Boy, I got the videos lined up at the beginning of this show, huh? I'm coming to the best part, spam. You guys got to hear about spam, I tell you. So, since we are now looking deeper and deeper waters because we're discovering way new fish or fish that were thought to be extinct, well, here comes the jellyfish. Decides it's going to make itself known. So, I said a jellyfish. I'm sorry, it's a giant squid. A squid, not a jellyfish. Karen hit me with popcorn or something. Boy, I've been out in the heat all day. I'm just like, ugh. It's going to be one of those days, I tell you, William. It's going to be one of them days. Uh, all right, so DC suspect on the run after allegedly stealing 2 dogs and attempting to steal another. And the police, they said these guys were going to offer, we're going to hold these dogs for ransom for close to $10,000. They're going after designer dogs or purebred dogs. And they're offering a reward up to $10,000 to anybody who could provide information that leads to the rest of this. The victim was walking a dog Monday, and the suspect tried to steal her dog. This was in the metropolitan, let's see, D.C., Washington, D.C. It was on the Main Avenue, 7th and Main, and the Metropolitan Police Department said in the release. I'm all tongue-tied or something. Now, they did find the car, and they did get the license plate. They did get a good description, but they haven't been able to find the guy yet. And this is, now he tried twice and tried to steal a 3rd dog. And they said they were finding, yeah, all right, Karen, we're going to have to do the whole popcorn thing. Yeah. Yeah, I need the popcorn. Ooh, I got a bucket. Karen's like, don't get her sidetracked. I got a bucket of Orville Redenbacher's bucket popcorn. Tried it yet, Karen? Yeah, I'm ready for it tonight. Yeah, I know. Don't get me sidetracked. So this guy has tried to take 3 dogs, and they claim that he may have already taken 3 dogs that he tried to get ransom off of. And they have been turned into the police department, but the dogs were later released. And they're not going into details on it. So they've got this guy in a way. So hopefully they'll catch him soon. Now, oh boy. So I know you guys want to know about the spam. Huh? I'm holding off on spam, Karen, because I know I'm going to make you guys wait. Yeah. All right. So, sheets. Just when we thought it was safe to go to bed at night in your nice clean sheets, they're telling you, watch out. If you don't wash your sheets after 7 days, they've got bacteria worse than your toilet of not cleaning it for 3 days. All right, so think of your toilet after 3 days and think of your sheets after a week. They said the study did 10 days, and they said it was like licking the sewer. No, nobody licks sewers. Nobody's even going to lick the toilet. Now, come on. But yeah, they're just in comparison. Really? So change your sheets every few days, folks, unless you want to sleep in the toilet, is what they're saying. And they said it can cause illnesses. It could, Karen, get this. It could be to the point where it can give you the flu over and over and over again. And people wonder how come I caught the flu? Or what about you sleep with someone that had the flu and you sleep with them? Well, if you don't change the sheets after they've been sick, you're going to catch the flu. Huh. Now, they recommend if you've got serious allergies to change your pillowcases every day or every other day because of allergens in your if you especially if you got a ceiling fan. All right. So, here I was laughing about the guy with the alligator on his shoulder yesterday. Well, now a Carolina alligator kills an elderly woman walking her dog. And I don't mean to make fun of it. And I think this is karma in a way because it says, hey, you were joking about the 5-foot alligator and this guy carrying it and almost bit him. But now the next day, this poor lady walking her dog is eaten and killed by an alligator. Um, she was killed by an alligator yesterday morning. What a way to spend the 4th of July. Um, the 69-year-old woman was found unresponsive at the edge of the lagoon. Rescue efforts were made, and the alligator he was guarding the woman of not to interrupt his meal. The gator was safely removed from the area, and the woman's body was recovered. Um, Authorities believe the woman was walking her dog near the lagoon, and when she was attacked. Um, so um, It's not clear at this point where she was taken, if she was taken into the water, the sheriff said. But they did say that the alligator was guarding the body. Oh boy. Um, and then of course, I was teasing you guys about bears yesterday, and a homeowner was bitten by a black bear after it attacked his dog. Um, I don't know what to think about this, Karen. Maybe I shouldn't joke about this stuff because then the following day I get news that people were bitten and killed. These animals aren't nothing to fuss with. I told you to, I know. Okay, so how many watched the hot dog eating contest yesterday? Joey Chestnut wins again. He's the one that keeps winning these Nathan ones. He I think ate 60. Let's see. He ate 62 of them, and within minutes. I mean, the record beats 49, I think, is what he said. But he gets this every year. Now, should they keep letting him win, or should they make him give up his, golden prize and let someone else win next year? He's got this down, I swear. And in Florida they had a key lime contest. Uh, I don't know if I could do it. What about pizza eating or beer, chug-a-lugging? And no, not this kid. No, I don't even think I can eat cookies that fast. So no, we don't want to do that. Nope. Now with the fires, they're saying that everything from Canada, bugs and critters, everything is coming from Canada, running from the smoke and the flames. And it seems to be going into the northern states. They said the aphids are real bad. But not only that, but the bugs and June bugs and mosquitoes and snakes, spiders. They said spiders are especially bad. Um, and not only are we getting the smoke in the northern part of the states, but they're getting all of the insects with it. They said that the bees, they're not seeing very many of them, but they think the bees may have been killed off out of Canada. So it's going to be a while before we're able to get the data from what exactly the smoke and the fire killed up in Canada. They said even the bears are running into Alaska. Um, they're not running down into the states. They are into um, was it North Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, up in the mid mountains. But for the most part, none of them are heading to the cities. Thank goodness. Um, that's too many to lose at one time. uh, all right, so there's a. Is it something in the air this week with the airplanes being full? We had two teens. One teen got upset over two oversized passengers in seats on the plane, and then um, had a real a woman had a meltdown over a fellow passenger she claimed was not real and demanded he get off the plane. Uh, I'm telling you, I'm getting off, and there's a reason why I'm getting off, and there's a lot of profanity. Um, it either believe it or not, or believe it. The unidentified woman heard saying in the video as she walks to the front of the plane. I'm telling you, the MFer, there is not, this guy isn't real. Gesturing to the back of the plane. Other passengers could be seen in the video turning their heads where she pointed to. You can sit on the plane or you can die with them. I'm not. I'm not going to because they're not real. Law enforcement, they had to had her removed. Oh boy. They never said what wasn't not real. They don't know if she was pointing at an empty seat or pointing at a person. But whoever it was, the MFer wasn't real. All right. So I know you guys are dying on this day, July 5th, 1937. Spam was introduced by Hormel Foods. Who ate spam? I know we had it because we didn't have very much money. I think my mom just liked it fried, and then she found bacon. I don't know. How many out there? Let me know in the comments. I want to know about this. How many kids grew up on spam and who still buys it? Or what about corned beef hash? Does anybody still buy that? Was it deviled ham? And that stuff was disgusting. Yeah, yuck. I don't know. Spam wasn't my cup of tea. Now I didn't mind the Velveeta cheese. Now back then, you remember Velveeta? Everybody hated it. It was like not real cheese. Now it's Velveeta's a big thing. Everybody, all the kids want it. They want it melted. You love spam fried? Was she in the? I don't know. I think she got a hold of that zombie drug. William talking about the lady on the plane. She was on. She had to have been on something. Uh, how did she even make it onto the airplane? Being that freaky. I mean, I hope it. I hope I don't get stuck next to someone like that. I'm not gonna fly. Flying scares me now. I don't know if I could fly. These people are too crazy these days. And look what just happened to me on the bus. They left me in Memphis. I'm not too enthused on traveling for a while. I think I'm gonna take a year break before I go anywhere on anything, even the car. Oh, speaking of anyway, um so is 1937. I thought it was in the 50s the stuff was put out. But I guess 1937. So they had my parents ate spam. So all right, put it below in the comments. Now for my good news. I got a guy hired to clear the property and put my road in. And maybe even he's gonna do everything. I'm gonna put the rocks down, gravel road in there for me. Um, and we're still deciding on some other things, but then that way I can get the power put up there. So we're closer. We're closer. We got someone that'll do it pretty cheap, and we're getting ready. He said it'd be a couple weeks, and he'll have it done for us. So, all right. So, um, small towns. Yeah, let's hear some funny things on small towns. The clinic was called Joe's Hospital and Grill. Long distance call or delay when the area code is busy. The town lady of the evening stands under a flashlight. In order to paint traffic lines, the road had to be widened. Instead of horses, the fire department uses water pistols. You make a reservation to use the parking meter. Yeah, they got one parking meter for 50 cars. Yeah, there you go. Um, during the snowstorm, salt was spread by using a salad shooter. The local Motel 6 only sleeps six. Yeah. During a boxing match, both men have to sit in the same corner. I like that one. All right. The class valedictorian had both the highest and the lowest averages. The mayor was also the sheriff and the town council and the street sweeper. Bet he was a garbage man too. I lived in town almost that small. I mean, it was weird. I mean, everything was in one office, and I could have swore the mayor like was part of the chief of police and the sheriff and the guy that sat at the coffee shop. I don't know. I don't think anybody knew who he was. They just called him the mayor. I think he was the mayor at one time, but I think the town was confused. It was the zombie drugs, I tell you. All right. We had no porn movie house. Once a week, someone left the shades up. There you go. The municipal water system pump was supplied by Waterpick. Before you visited, you could look out the window and see who was at home. There was no town idiot. Everyone had to take turns. They drew straws. Hello, Susan. All right, so, and the next one. Let's see. The biggest lies ever told. Well, okay. The check is in the mail. Yeah, that's it. I'll respect you in the morning. I'm from your government and I'm here to help you. Oh, yeah, there's the biggest lie. Um, it's only a cold sore. You get this one, I'll pay next time. Oh, I got a friend like that. Yeah, never mind. My wife doesn't understand me. Trust me, I'll take care of everything. And of course, I love you. Yeah, I love you to the moon and back. Uh huh. Yeah. Drinking. Why, no, officer. I never inhaled. Okay, Bill Clinton. She means nothing to me. Uh, don't worry, I can go another 20 miles when the gauge is on empty. I gave at the office. Oh, there's a lie right there. Everybody uses that one. Read my lips, no new taxes. Oh yeah, yeah, we've heard that one. Now I'm going to tell you the truth. Hmm. Uh, uh, then take a left. You can't miss it. Yes, I did. Yep, yes, I did. And don't worry, it's okay. I'm sterile. Oh yeah, okay. uh, when the government says that, run. That's it. All right, folks. So we got me and William coming up in about 25 minutes, and with the World War III report. Boy, William, this week is just like, wasn't it just Monday? Now it's Wednesday. It's going to be Friday tomorrow. That's how it's going to feel. I'm just busy this week with this guy doing the property and such. So the cat's out of the bag. There's another big lie right there. No, I'm not pregnant either. Ellie's too old to be pregnant. Yes, I can look. So if you're 60, anything younger than 50, is that jailbait? I don't know. Somebody in comment on that one. Mm. All right. So with that, folks, we will see you guys tomorrow. If not, have a happy Wednesday. Um, and come and join me and William for the World War III report. Great show. He had me going for. I was listening hard today, so he had me going for a little bit. And if not, come back tomorrow for more weather and lifestyle news. And of course, Friday is just around the corner for trivia again. All right. So we will see you in a few minutes or see you tomorrow. Subscribe and hit that like button, the thumbs up. Um, ring my bell. Follow me. Yes. Follow me over in um, Facebook. So with that, we will see you soon. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Um, whatever happened to the camel thing? I guess they don't do the midweek camel thing. All right. That's okay. I still do. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.